You were the South African ambassador to the United States. You were thrown out of the US in mid-March 2025, so earlier this year, for saying in a webinar that Donald Trump was mobilizing a supremacism in MAGA and trying to project white victimhood as a dog whistle. In the early days of his second term, Trump, of course, called out South Africa for taking Israel to the ICJ with allegations of genocide in Gaza. He froze all funding to South Africa and offered asylum to white Afrikaners while calling out what he said was a white farmer genocide. Marco Rubio accused you of hating the United States and President Trump and said the ambassador was no longer welcome in our great country. So first of all, your response to that, to what happened to you?
I stand by it. Because what else explains why he would accuse South Africa of a white genocide? Everyone knows.
Well, we covered that on this show.
No,
I do not believe there was a white genocide against Ireland.
But Donald Trump doubles down on it.
The stats don't show that.
Donald Trump doubles down on it. And therefore, what other motive could he have than mobilizing white anxiety in South Africa? What other motive explains that you have a net deportation of black and brown from the US and the net importation of white Afrikaners into the US ostensibly as refugees? There's no rational explanation except that there is an instinct at play, and I called it a supremacist instinct. I think I'm being proven right.
It's a pretty serious charge, though, to make against an American president, that he's a white supremacist.
It's a serious charge, but the American president makes serious charges every day of his life.
He does, but that doesn't...
And so, therefore, I think that you can't have such a thin skin that you dish it out. And what is, for me, a badge of honor is that one ambassador out of almost 200 said something, and it was heard in the Oval Office. It hurt the Oval Office. It pierced a very thin skin. And I think that, for me, is a badge of honor.
Would you really believe Donald Trump is a white supremacist?
I think he has mobilized that instinct in the US. I think it's the
so for all
source
intents and
of his
purposes,
vote.
you think he is?
No. When he says there's a white genocide and he's proven wrong, and he embarrasses or tries to embarrass our president with false evidence of it, shows pictures of the
But
DRC
actually, in the moment,
and so forth.
Johan Rupert and others, a major South African figure, called out the truth and said that wasn't happening.
Then what explains that months later he doubles down on it and says, on that basis, I'm not going to the G20, I'm not accepting the baton from you, and so forth.
He can be wrong about it without himself being a white supremacist.
You never double down on a wrong, even when your own advisors tell you and the world tells you
Donald Trump
it is
often
wrong.
doubles down on things.
And therefore he has no right to double down on falsity.
But it doesn't make him a white supremacist.
I think it does.